Mrs. Tennille Devines Hill, and the Managing Director, Kaiso Productions Limited, Mr. George Leacock. So we're going to start off this morning's briefing with the Chairman of the Tobago Day Planning Committee, Ms. Anne-Marie Degazon.
Good morning, viewers, listeners. Thank you for joining us this morning. Tobago Day 2025 represents a renewed expression of pride, identity, and recognition for the people of Tobago, their efforts towards development, commemorating the signing of the Tobago House of Assembly Act of 1980. This year's observance reframes the traditional celebration into Tobago Day's commemorative week of activities that honors the journey of Tobagonians past, present, who have contributed to shaping the island's political, social, and cultural development. Now that's a mouthful, but what it represents is Tobago people celebrating Tobago people. The theme for this year's observance is One Tobago, One People, One Destiny, and it seeks to unify the people of Tobago in recognition of a significant turn of events in the history of the island. The week of activity starts with a torch run, which on the 27th, tomorrow, Thursday, the run starts from Charlottesville. We're leaving from the jetty, which is the furthest point in Tobago, and making our way all down the west and looping back to end at the food hub. What this torch run will do, and we will have a live torch, courtesy Mr. Leacock here. We will have an actual torch. I know we only see it at Olympic times, most occasions, but we will have it happening in Tobago. We'll have a combination of young, old, not so old leaders in different spheres of Tobago participating in this run. The torch will be passed from community to community, and you will have an opportunity to follow. We are encouraging persons to come out. View, we're starting at 5:30 in the morning with the Chief Secretary taking the first run. And we end sometime we will finish. We try to calculate when we'll be at each point. You know, we got it that the whole journey may take between 12 to 13 hours. We might be out there for the whole day, but you will be with us. Come out school. We know that test probably is getting in its gear, but we are asking the schools, the principals, very unofficially here, we're doing it officially, but we're asking you if you can just allow the children, as the torch passes their way, to probably peep out and see neighbors come out, cheer on the people who are running this journey for this dynamic event. It starts off the day, it signifies a united Tobago, and we want you to participate. If you just feel like running along with the person who is carrying the torch, please feel free to just run along and enjoy the journey. So that's our first event that kicks off the week. Second, we move to our triathlon. This is an assembly event. Divisions look forward to it. It's highly competitive, and it starts, we are going back to our original Buku Bay. We tried to change the location. We were going to do Pigeon Point today, but however, the tides changing did not allow us to keep that venue. We are having very low tide, which makes it difficult. So we are back at Buku. That also starts at around 6 a.m. on Friday morning. So you may see us passing by. The leaders of the assembly usually start that event. So you have the initial persons who will do the first leg walk will be the secretaries or administrators of the Tobago House of Assembly representing each division, and we also have cast joining us. So we have 11 teams participating in the triathlon. So it starts at Buku, winds its way back across Chauvin, right up the highway, and we will end at the food hub. On Saturday, the 29th, I don't think you can get a better and bigger sporting event in Tobago than the THA Sports and Family Day. It is Tobago Days. We are inviting everybody to come down. Because, you know, when you talk about the Tobago House of Assembly, we have over 6,000, I think, employees in the THA. that already spreads the whole of Tobago. So Tobago will be at Shore Park Recreational Grounds for Tobago Day. We are playing. This one is different. We are going back to Tobago games we used to play. Box cart, roller, hopscotch, moral. We're playing cricket with the coconut bat. That's how far we go. Skipping, rounders, the game that have the most teeth in the world. Rounders. Between rounders and moral have some competition, right? Rules that are invented, and that's how we did it long ago. We invented the rules when you're playing. If you found somebody was not outing in the game, you invented a rule that will get them out. So we're hoping that modern day people understand that. One thing about Tobago Day is that it's intergenerational. We are crossing the boundaries of the generation. So we are saying to our persons who know how to play these games, well, come out. So you can teach some of the younger ones who have no idea what to do. There is one event that we are struggling with still, and I'm putting a call out there to get some help. The Johnny Walker. The young people now don't know about Johnny Walker. I myself have been trying to get the old spool, thread spool, that you have to get a particular kind of spool. The modern day ones that just straight and so on cannot make the Johnny Walker. So if anybody out there knows where we can get those spools, otherwise we may have to cancel the Johnny Walker. I don't want to do that because it's an important game that children play. Long ago we made our toys. So we had to come up with ways to invent toys because you didn't buy them. So Tobago Games is going to bring back some of that activity to ensure that we have fun. It is competitive as well. There will be events. Join up with your division, wherever you have family going, who you feel aligned to, and participate in the games. It starts at 6 p.m. and we finish when it's finished. Okay. From the games on Saturday, we move to you cannot have Tobago Day recognition without giving thanks. Tobago people are praying people. We've been known historically as maybe the most religious island it have. It have a church in every village, several of them in some villages. And so we are calling Tobago to come out and give thanks. On the 2nd of December at the Shore Park Complex at 10 a.m., come out to give thanks. We have room for everybody in Shore Park. I have seen some seats in the complex that I don't think people have ever sat in. If this is our opportunity to fill the complex, let's do so. We have a lot to give thanks for. In our own personal lives and experiences for Tobago and where we are today and where we are going in the future. So the Thanksgiving service is designed to do that. We've added a little twist to the Thanksgiving service. Tobago people like to give. And when you talk about Thanksgiving, there's another word that comes along with that very often, harvest. So we are having a Thanksgiving harvest service. And by that, we all understand that you have to bring something. We are laying the longest harvest table that you will ever see at the complex. And we are inviting everyone who comes to bring something and put it on the table that we are thankful for. What we plant in the garden, we don't wait to buy nothing in no grocery and bring. Must be something that you make. You either plant it, you grow it, you make it, right? Cake, sweetbread, pone, tart, all those things, put it on the Thanksgiving table. Two things will happen. At the end of the service, everyone who attends gets to take something from the table. And then we know that the Lord is going to bless it and multiply it. So we will have enough to give to some of the charities on the island and persons who are in need. So bring it down, come to the service and join in the worship and the praise and thanksgiving with us. That's the 2nd of December. Then we go to the 3rd and 4th. That is where things are going to break apart. The 3rd and 4th, Tobago Day itself is the 4th of December. But the 3rd and 4th, Scarborough, we turning up tongue, going crazy. We having a bus tour. I don't know how many of you remember where the bus station first was, but there's a trick, and I'm not telling all you. Because you have to find the bus station. Else you might be late for the bus. People might be rushing for the bus, so you have to come. It's a first come, first serve. We will have 4 buses. We can't move more than that. 4 buses. We are doing a tour just around Scarborough. You go where the bus carry you. No long time it used to have tongue service. We are reinventing our own tongue service, but this is going to be an historical tour that will have some interesting things along the journey. We will meet some of the old characters that we loved in Scarborough and talk. I remember quite a few of them because I grew up in town. So I remember Sofa Sam. Sofa Sam used to sing for the children, read scripture verse, go around, tell we stories, all kind of thing. Sometimes you used afraid of him and then you like him and all kind of thing. And then it have others, some that we can speak pleasurably about and some that we can speak not so pleasurably about, but we will encounter some of them at the bus station. In particular, I'm inviting people to come down by the bus stop and swell sweetbread and Morby. It's a business opportunity for you as well, but there was not a bus stop activity without sweetbread and Morby across the road by a certain place that I wouldn't give you the clue for, because you have to figure out where the bus station is to be able to catch the bus. The bus leaves at 10 o'clock each day and at 1 p.m. We have 2 tours. We are going to 6 spots around Scarborough, tours at 10 and at 2. The bus usually leaves on time. So if you get there late, you may miss the bus. But because we are wrong tongue, you might be able to walk to the location and see what is happening. The bus fare is $1. So you will purchase your ticket to board the bus. Okay? Right. And that happens on the 3rd and 4th. And we have someone here from TPAC to speak to that, who will come on just now. And then we move on to our culminating activity, where we would have a mega concert showing the best of the best of the best of Tobago choreograph. It's going to take place on the Esplanade starting at 7 p.m. on Saturday, the 6th of December. And that is going to be interwoven, culminated with a huge bang, something that we have never experienced before, which Mr. Leacock from Kaisuka Productions is going to tell us about.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Dickerson, for that very exciting overview, specifically with the bus store, because when we posted the bus store information, people are asking, where we getting the bus from? That is a mystery, but I'm going to hand over now to Mrs. Tennille Devines Hill, the Communications and the Marketing Manager of TPAC, for details on that bus store.
Thank you so much, Patricia. Good morning to members of the media and all viewing and listening audiences. It's really my pleasure to be here on behalf of TPAC to talk a bit about the bus store. I know Mr. Gazon gave a little bit of information, and I just want to go a little bit more in depth for you. So the Tobago Performing Arts Company is truly honored and excited to help bring Tobago Day 2025 to life through the Scarborough Heritage Bus Tours. As Mr. Degazon said, they will be on December 3rd and 4th with 2 tours daily starting at 10 and at 1. And we'll be presenting Scarborough as a moving stage, presenting exciting, immersive, sometimes humorous, and at times a little emotional reenactments of the Carrington Street bus station, Kingswell, the Old Market, Fort King George, and so much more. Patrons would also be guided on the bus themselves. So don't think you're coming on the bus to just sit down. We'll have character-driven interactions on the buses, allowing the story to unfold as the journey around Scarborough commences from stop to stop. So this production is really bringing together some original scripting, but it's based in research. We've had the pleasure of talking to some of our elders, to historians like Dr. Rita Pemberton, so that we could have authentic stories of Tobago's and specifically Scarborough's heritage. So we have original scripting, choreography, and a specially crafted soundscape created by our unit, or music unit, with contributions from musical partners across the island. So you might hear some familiar calypsonians and musicians on the tour. It's really going to be full of surprises that you're going to have to come down and see. So whether you are a lifelong resident of Tobago or Scarborough and you want to revisit familiar places in a new light, or a young person who's discovering these stories for the first time, or even our visitors who really want to seek a deeper connection to the island of Tobago through our history and our culture of our treasured capital, these tours offer something for everyone, something memorable and meaningful. So our goal is really simple. We want to open a window into Scarborough's past to celebrate the people and traditions that shaped our capital. We want to remind people of the heritage that binds us. So this project really reflects TPAC's mission to create original Tobago-centered work to preserve our cultural memory and engage our community through the power of performance. We really look forward to welcoming people to these tours. And as Mr. Gazon said, it's just $1. We harkening back is $1, and when you come down, you can get, we have any Moby, you know, you can get your 25 cents Moby down at the Carrington Street bus station. It's really going to be something special. We have some productions that will be surprising. We have some characters that will be familiar. I know some will mention like Sofort Sam, but we're also going to have entertainment that if you're not too into heavy history, we're going to bring it to life and you're going to enjoy yourself. So come on down. You can visit TPAC's and OCS page on Facebook for more information as it unfolds. We're also having some trivia and some Did You Know posts because it's not just about the entertainment. It's about the education, the edutainment, if you will. So follow us to find out more about the journey, but really come on down. 4 buses, 2 times a day for 2 days, more than enough for everybody to come and experience the Scarborough Heritage Bus Tours for Tobago Day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Tennille Devines Hill, for the in-depth details about the Heritage Bus Tour. So we have the concert and the drone show. And to speak specifically about the drone show, we have Mr. Leacock, the Managing Director of Kaisoka Productions Limited. Mr. George Leacock, over to you.
All right, thank you very much, and good morning, good afternoon, or whatever time you catch this, listeners and viewers. Let me borrow from Tree Canal. We bring in the fire this time. We start with the fire that I'm happy to be able to allow you to use the torch. So that is the starting fire. And then on Saturday the 6th, we're going to light up the skies. I've always thought that Rockley Bay in Scarborough is a stage waiting for a show to happen. And that show would happen because we're going to bring in 400 plus lighted drones and basically tell the story in the sky that has been described by the ladies before. Can't say too much about what's going to happen because the element of surprise is our greatest weapon. Kaisoka Productions, we are happy to partner with Lunar Light. They are an international company with Caribbean roots. They have worked for all the major players, Nike, Disney, but maybe more importantly in our context, they've worked for several Caribbean islands. Jamaica celebrating their independence, Barbados, they've done a show this weekend in the Cayman Islands and all of that. And because it's a company that is basically rooted in our region by Caribbean people, they working with the artistic part of the team that's putting together the whole thing, they are really able to tap in to the Caribbean spirit, the Caribbean ethos, and we expect to see ourselves in the sky over Scarborough, or should I say over Rockley Bay, because it's going to be out over the water, which adds another bit of layering to what is being presented. I have to tell you that in order to make something like this happen, the drones are going to be delivered to the shippers today, would be here early next week. If there's going to be a rehearsal or not a rehearsal, I'm not going to tell you that. But even if there's a rehearsal, I promise you wouldn't see it. But this is going to be big, and it's going to be something that we would work into our space in the future. Because, of course, it's a lot different to fireworks. You can be very, very specific with what you want to show, and don't miss it.
Don't miss it. And that's for the drone show, and of course for all the events that we have planned for Tobago Day 2025. So many exciting things to come. And we want to hear from you, members of the media. If you have any questions, we have media on Zoom. If you have any questions, you can indicate by raising your Zoom hand, and we'll take your questions. So the floor is open for members of the media. Okay. So I guess we were thorough enough.
Sold.
I want to add one thing. Some persons have been asking about vending for the events. So I just want to say a word. We've been fielding a lot of calls. So those who are willing to or interested in vending, I think the Saturday night of the drone show provides an opportunity, subject to the rules of the Esplanade, related, but in surrounding areas, since there'll be lots of persons in town, it's an opportunity. We're encouraging you though, because we are celebrating Tobago, try to make some Tobago cuisine so that people could get things. Try to stay away from the fast things that we have now that is very popular and easy, but because bringing some traditional thing, some cuckoo, some sam, some, what's the other things? Bring in the local things that we used to make pomsite stew, and let people get those things to eat. So the opportunities you will have will be the Saturday night drone show around town, since for the 3rd and 4th, since there'll be lots of persons in town, they may want things to eat and drink. You will have opportunity, not so much for the sports and family day, because the sports and family day, our divisions provide for their teams that are coming. We had limited opportunity, just maybe about 4 slots will be occupied, and the committee treated with that on a first come first serve basis. So we already have the 4 persons in addition to all of the divisions who provide for their teams that will be on site. So basically, take advantage of it, but give us cuisine that will fit with the theme of what we are trying to do. Promote Tobago people, Tobago business, Tobago cuisine, and let's be proud of that and sell it out there. Thanks.
If I could add,
Sure.
that vantage points would be all the way along the Esplanade. The concert would take place in a particular space, but the show in the sky would be accompanied by a music and audio track. So you also have to ensure that at your vantage point you can also hear what's happening, so you could kind of keep track of, it's going to be very graphic and very clear what's happening, but you'd also want to hear, the background music and all that kind of thing. Just in case one of the people in the sky might be singing now, you never know.
I'm just getting a message here. The media did not ask, but they are telling me, and I'm saying it that way because it's against, I'm saying it with resistance. They are telling me that I have to tell you where the bus stop is. I would have liked you to go do your research. Scarborough, not such a big place. You must see 4 bus park up in one spot, waiting and get to the bus stop. Do you understand? But they figure I must tell you where the bus stop is. So there was a particular hub in town. Around that area, the post box still there. And the post box still there? The post box is still there. If you know where to have an old post box in town, I'm giving so many clues. I'm giving a lot of clues. T-Pac said it. White House used to happen there.
There were several businesses in the past that used to advertise themselves as being in the heart of town.
It's in the heart of
So
town.
that's close enough.
That's close enough. It is in the heart of town. Right? I'm sending you on a treasure hunt. It's in the heart of town. It have a old post box close to it. You might consider there is a little roundabout because people used to drive around there and come back out. Yeah? That's enough clues. You could walk by. There may be some board that you might have to step over.
That's a good hint. And if all else fails, there will be signage at each stop identifying a little bit of historical facts, the name of the stop, so you really can't miss it.
Yes.
You really can't. The heart of Scarborough.
Or call your grandmother and ask them. Or your grandfather. Enough clues? We are excited. We want you to get excited with us. I mean, I know so many things happen that we're disgruntled about in Tobago and so on, but when good thing happening, I must say good thing happening. This is some of the first time we're doing some of these events. We're gonna have some hiccups. We may, because Murphy comes out and tries all kind of things. We may have some hiccups, but support the team. We have our committee is very dedicated. We have an organizing committee of 6 persons. From different divisions. We have a subcommittee that is operational with representatives from all of the THA departments to coordinate their participation. We have the full support of our chief administrator and chief secretary in ensuring that this happens. And there are a lot of hard-working staff behind the scenes in our procurement department, our accounts department, our information department. I want to shout them out this morning. Big up to you. Thanks. I know you're working overloaded to make these things happen. And we must see ourselves as one machinery united. We're not working against each other. We're working together, even with the limitations that we have. I want to thank our administrators in all of the divisions who are supporting this and the teams who are out practicing. I pass by divisions and I see hopscotch and moral books. And I'm like, whoa, this is good, right? So thank you very much for listening to us this morning. Happy Tobago Day.
All right, thank you very much for your presentations. Chairman of the Tobago Day Planning Committee, Ms. Anne-Marie Degazon, our Communications and Marketing Manager at TPAC, Mrs. Tenille Devines Hill, and the Managing Director of Kaisoka Productions Limited, Mr. George Leacock, for providing us with details about the upcoming events in celebration of Tobago Day 2025. We look forward, viewers, Tobagonians, we look forward to your participation at these events. Of course, you heard the bus tour, the drone show, the concert, the Thanksgiving service, and the sports and family day with the old-time games, the games we used to play. So we look forward to your full participation. Let me say thank you to our viewers for joining us. Thank you to the members of the media for tuning in. My name is Patricia Nicholson Richards, and do have an enjoyable day.